Assassination Classroom, Season 1, Episode 50. Not you, Kunodon. You betrayed us and I'll never forgive you. I know whose side you're really on, Kunodon. I knew I had good reason to not like you. You're a spy and a traitor. They're doing so much more work. They have to study and do all the other stuff while doing the assassination stuff. Interesting. He's growing also. I wasn't worried or offended until you singled me out. Oh, so you're giving us information now. This is new. Does he not feel pain? These are all just different versions of impossible. Forced to turn to a life of prostitution. Dawned on flashbacks. All she wanted to do was buy her daughter a dress. Okay, it's an incentive. We gotta beat the principal. This is personal. He's a pretty good teacher, in his odd way for this odd goal. Does the AI student take midterms? What is the point of her? She's not even on screen and I'm annoyed. Episode 15, end of term time. This term just flew by. Oh, yeah, it is what I thought of you. Well, yeah, if you have to use something as base as force to destroy a student, you're not all that powerful. You see, some are just chosen, some are not. What's your angle? Oh, he just knocked her off. I mean, this incentive should have come a little bit earlier, maybe, but... I would also love to see them channel their collective frustration at being cast aside as a motivation. I low-key have a hope that that is part of the principal's plan, that they're the real gifted ones, that they're the real project. Oh, we have an unlikely ally. Oh, wow. I knew this was coming. I knew this was going to be like a big dramatic thing. Top 5 nerds. It's good that they have a niche for themselves. Ran I can remember. Let's get ready to rumble. ATLA own language skills. Impressive. He was doing that? Wow, he's talented. If baseball doesn't work out, he'd be a baseball announcer. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Whatever. They have something going for them. They're having fun. They're having a good time as kids. They have purpose. It's nice. Look at Ren all smug. Nerds assemble. He looks like genetic general. Looks like Karma. Oh, it actually looks like the principal. Oh, this is even more personal than I thought. It's a lot at stake for the principal then, huh? It's like his whole DNA. I bet that's a tense relationship. He looks like the kind of kid to keep a death note in his potato chips. Wow, look at Ren being inappropriate. It's like the least romantic thing ever. He's really flexing this LA stuff. I love it. I don't know, this campus is pretty good. We have it pretty good out here. We have a swimming pool now. And a lot of space. So it's a little bit hot and humid.
A 組に勝てる点数を取らなきゃならない。
Oh yeah, but it would be super satisfying to crush them. You know what would be the ultimate domination? Is they win. They do well on the test and destroy the top nerds. And they're like, nah, we're good here. This is better. We like our swimming pool. We're actually very happy. And our life is not in total shambles. We didn't drink the Kool-Aid and we won. That's real envy right there. This came up in ReZero actually. I was thinking about how, of course, jealousy or envy is typically somebody having something that you want. But like the real deeper element of that is not only do they have more of what you want, they did it in a way that contradicts or invalidates all the stories you've been telling yourself about why you don't have the thing or why things you actually hate are necessary towards the thing, threatening not just your material status or lack thereof, but your whole concept of yourself as good or smart or successful or whatever. Sure, the material element can invoke the jealousy, but it's the existential threat that's the real pain. If these smart students did all this and drank this Kool-Aid and were such principled bootlickers and had this whole narrative that they're better by some defining characteristic of birth and that they're more special and worth more than Class 3E, and then Class E beats them in the exams while having more fun and not being on the main campus and being so-called non-chosen ones, that's real damage, and I would love to see it. Ironically and painfully, the real benefit there would be to like do the reevaluation of why that is the case, why that is what it is, but it's hard. It's sort of eat the blow a little bit, though part of it might also be a mistaken glorification or glamorization of what might also be a difficult struggle for the other person. Just helping out a rival, as one does.
明日の放課後、本校舎の図書室で勉強しないか？期末狙いでずいぶん前に予約しといたんだ。
You're allowed to go in the library?
理事長、あなたのご意向通り、A 組の成績の底上げに着手しました。
You call your dad sir? That makes sense.
必要なのは結果だよ。結果の伴わない報告は意味ない。
Tough.
A 組全員がトップ50に入り、5教科すべてで A 組が1位を独占するのが合格。
I will acknowledge you as my son. Oh, no idea if this is where this will go, but there's actually a very interesting concept to play with here. I don't think pushing your kids really hard for excellence is necessarily a bad thing. I think that's sort of downstream of what really matters, and if done well can be a real gift.
が所詮限界がある。僕らに本気で及ぶとはとても思えません。
That's a dangerous thought.
私が君に教えたいのはそこだ。
You must not underestimate your enemy.
弱者と強者の立場は時に簡単に逆転する。
That's interesting. That's counter chosen one thing.
言い続ける。これこそが最も大変なことな。
Yeah, part of that means stepping on their necks while they're down. Never give up any edge or advantage. Never get complacent.
父親に甘えたいとでも。
いえいえ、僕はただ知りたいのです。E 組のことで。
Can you stop doing that in the office?
何か隠していませんか？
Interesting. Though that could just refer to the alien thing. He's definitely paying attention. It means a lot to him.
不審者の噂もありますしね。空飛ぶ黄色い巨大タコを見たとか。コンビニスイーツを買い占める黒ずくめ。
Okay, I'm glad they're addressing this. This is not inconspicuous at all.
それをネタに私を支配する機会。
当然でしょう。すべて支配しろと教えたのはあなたですよ。
The strategy comes around to bite you. I'm so proud.
首輪つけて勝ってあげますよ。一生ね。
If you're not trying to manipulate your father
奇遇だね。
and control him with power,
私は君を社畜として
can you
対抗する
even call yourself a son? This is very uncomfortable. I've seen worse family dynamics. At least they're on talking terms. At least they're having a good time. And they seem to understand each other.
君たちにこの図書室は豚に真珠じゃないのかな？
うわ、よりによって例の護衛決。
Well, they're not studying while they taunt us, so that's a good sign. That's positive.
何よ、勉強の邪魔しないで。
Oops. Damn, you just totally invalidated and embarrassed yourself.
クーラーの中で勉強なんて
Oh, yeah. I remember my first air conditioner.
刺すばかりでは見逃す。ご覧、どんな吐きだめにもついている。
Oh man, Ren being creepy again, as Ren does.
容姿なのに、せめてうちに奉公に来ない。
神崎さん、男運なさすぎ。
She really does. Though I don't think that's what that phrase usually means. I know it's a translation, but this is by no means a relationship that she is willingly in. She's innocently minding her own business and getting kidnapped and groped. It is definitely bad luck.
いや待てよ。こいつら確か中間テストでは神崎由紀子、国語23位、中村理央、
Oh god, it's so terrible.
奥田真奈美、理科17位。
17 only.
なるほど。一概に学力なしとは言えないな。
They've read our strategy.
俺たち A 組と君ら E 組、5教科でより多くの1位を取ったクラスが負けた方に何でも命令できるってのは？
Tempting, but not a good bet to take. Downside not worth the upside. Yeah, like I was about to say, I'm surprised they don't use their physicality more. They're definitely far and above the top students physically.
逃げるんじゃないぞ。
後悔するぞ。
Yeah, we'll make you get touched by rain again. They're all going to be pretty spineless. I bet they would be shaken by a mild
くだらん
breeze.
賭けだとは思ったが、あいつら生意気に突っかかってきたもんで。
ま、いいんじゃないかな。その方が A 組にも緊張感が出て。
You know who's the real winner of all this? The principal. Because now you got students riled up and competing for exams. I gotta give it to the guy. So far, everything he said has been right.
勝った方が下せる命令は一つだけ。内容はテスト後に発表する。
一つだけか。ちょっと物足りないな。
で、こちらの命令は
I can do that.
全50校にわたり、彼ら E 組が A 組に従属を誓う。
What happened to the one thing?
一つと言いつつ奴隷扱いの50個。ウィンウィンとは
Yeah,
よ
it's
く言うぜ。
tricky.
これ全部、今一瞬でひらめいたのか
Let's just let the AI student do the test. I mean, she's already here as a student. She's technically a student. Case closed.
生徒同士の指摘自治に収まる範囲の軽い遊びさ。
Oh, well, there goes the AI.
たとえどんな相手であろうとも、本気を出して向き合う。それがみんなを照らす。僕たち A 組の義務なんだ。
Battle the nerds.
こいつが皆をまとめる言葉は綺麗事だ。皆、それを承知の上で熱狂的
this
に
this image is wild.
まさにエースの A 組。
He's got the same centipede
浅野
image
学種。
as his father.
勝る生徒はここにはいない。
I wonder what makes him tick. I'm just gonna wager a far out there guess that he just might have some father issues. And there's a big crash coming when he learns about the nature of authority. You take away all the bravado and the light Death Note stuff, and what you're probably left with is the boy who really wants his father's love.
あんたの教え方がいいんでね。
Is that a compliment?
け
That's
ど
sweet.
さ、コロ先生。あんた最近トップって普通の先生みたく安っぽくてつまらないよね。
Interesting critique. Yeah, what do you have to say to that? What's it mean to you?
この E 組がこれ以上失うもんはねえよ。
Your freedom, apparently.
でも一つか。学食の使用権
Let's not become them now. Come on. Okay, that's really sweet. Not what I was thinking.
これはもはや単なる試験問題ではなく、
What went wrong in your
と
life?
いう名の怪物、モンスターです。
大いに結構
If I were an evil teacher, the real trap isn't making things difficult. The real trap is making them extremely vague and unclear. And that classic thing of giving multiple options that could be correct. Choose the best possible answer, etc.
数々の過激な項目に紛れ込ませた地味な項目。E 組の隠し事を禁じる。僕の真の狙いはここ
That's his real game. That was smart. Though, I mean, no one reads contracts anyway, so he didn't need to do all that. He could have made that item 1.
あなたの弱みを握り支配する。何せ父さん。
That's actually really cool.
僕はあなたの息子で
He's
す。
not even trying to win this game, it's about his father. Go figure. Great disguise, though. I take a contract and eat my
ち
father.
ゃんと仕上がってる？まあ山が当たれば
That's a big if in this school.
英語ならあんたも上位狙えんだから。
I don't know. Against LA dude, that's tough.
律役ださすがに
Why are you not using your best weapon?
僕は負けない。すべてのものに勝ち続ける。
I'll beat my father to make
一
him
人
proud
一
of
人で
me.
受けるはずの試験。なのにいろんな人と同じ舞台に立っているのを感じる。
Imagine having camaraderie in an exam and enemies in an exam that's not the teacher.
僕らは暗殺者。
Gonna assassinate these test answers.
グラディエーター。
This is a reach, but like, I'm actually a good audience for this. I really enjoyed and got excited by tests for whatever sick reason.
今日はなる。
It's more fun. It's the actual challenge of the thing. It's the application. You get to work on something instead of just sitting there passively, writing down the same things you're hearing and reading, pretending you're doing something and that you're actually going to review it at some point. When you know you're not, you're never going to look at your notes. And the writing of it actually just distracted you from the paying attention to the thing. But if you don't do it, you might get in trouble and you don't want the teacher's ire. So, just take the notes or draw pictures or whatever. I don't know where this is going, but I have high hopes for the principal. And I actually think there's a chance this turns into something heartfelt with him and his son.